Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first session of the 52nd Annual Fall Convocation of the University of Manitoba. My name is Mel Braun. I am a professor of voice in the Des Hôtels Faculty of Music, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies this afternoon. We know you've come here in part to take pictures of your graduates. We please ask that you please do so from your seats so as not to block the stage. Please also turn off your cell phones at this time. There will be a reception following the ceremony. I'm sure you can guess that it won't be outside. So we'd ask you to go back to the James Daly Fieldhouse at the Maxwell Center and plan to meet your graduate in the reception area there. I'd like to welcome the guests seated here to my left. These are special guests of the President of the University, as well as being guests of recipients of special honors and awards at today's ceremony. Welcome here, folks. Now, everyone, let's please rise for the entrance of the academic party and our graduating students. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge that the University of Manitoba campuses are located on original lands of Anishinaabe, Cree, Ojibwe, Dakota, and Dene peoples, and on the homeland of the Métis Nation. We are pleased to recognize and honor today's Métis graduates by displaying a specially created convocation sash on the center table. We respect the treaties that were made on these territories. We acknowledge the harms and mistakes of the past, and we dedicate ourselves to move forward in partnership with Indigenous communities in a spirit of reconciliation and collaboration. Now, graduands, if you could please rise for the traditional honor song given by Vanessa Lilly of the Faculty of Arts, and then remain standing for the singing of O Canada, led by Nicholas Niebuhr, alumni of the Desautels Faculty of Music.
Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land, glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O stand on guard for thee.
Please be seated. Good afternoon, graduands, family, friends, alumni, colleagues, esteemed guests, and everyone who's gathered here today to celebrate the achievements of the fall class of 2019. I'd like to acknowledge our Chancellor, Ms. Anne Mann, and also welcome today's recipient of our highest honor, the Honorary Doctorate degree, Mr. Craig Baines. I'd also like to welcome to our platform today Dr. Karen Dow, recipient of the Graduate Students Association Teaching Award, Dr. Ray Karasevich, President and CEO of the Manitoba Institute of Trades and Technology, Dr. Kevin Cavanaugh, Honorary Graduate of this university, Dr. Winston Woodney, Honorary Graduate of this university, and Ms. Dawn Nedowin-Masick, representing the Alumni Association. Also on the platform today are members of the senior administration of the university, deans, directors, student representatives, and faculty members who've played an important role in the achievements that we celebrate today. As president of the university, I formally declare convocation to be in session. I'd like to share some relatively recent news with you. Earlier this month, the University of Manitoba became the first university in Canada to establish the position of Vice President Indigenous. This means that at the most senior level of our administration, the Indigenous voice will be present. You heard this ceremony begin with a drum song and the acknowledgement that we're holding our celebrations on Treaty 1 land. The acknowledgement is intoned, a solemn recited pledge that we move forward in the spirit of reconciliation as one Canada, Indigenous and non-Indigenous people together. The history of Manitoba and of our university community is uniquely informed by the Indigenous perspective and voice. The drum song is another powerful voice, a pure, poignant voice of the Indigenous people that echoes through the centuries. Drums are common to almost every culture. Their voice is a language that's universally understood. Like the handmade drum, we all have a unique voice. I want to speak to you today about the development of your own voice, the instrument that expresses your thoughts and knowledge, your understanding of the world, and your deepest yearnings and desires for your future. One of the gifts of Indigenous voices in our world is a growing knowledge of the enduring relationship between humankind and nature, a spiritual connection between humans and the ecosystem, plants, animals, deserts, oceans, plains. Perhaps there's never been a time when the connection between human beings and the natural world has reached a more critical crossroad. Over the last few months, hundreds of acres of the Amazon rainforest have burned. Microplastics continue to poison our oceans, and both humans and animals have become climate refugees without homes or habitats. At times, we seem to have lost our sense of stewardship over our planet, our sense of responsibility to help it thrive for generations to come. But we have not lost our voice. University of Manitoba students joined hundreds of others for a day of protest against climate change in downtown Winnipeg in September. Around the globe, protesters supported Swedish environmental activist Greta Thunberg and her school strike for climate. People around the world watched transfixed, no matter what their reaction, as this 16-year-old girl chastised world leaders for their neglect. Her actions remind us that each voice is important. Your voice matters. What you think and what you do is critical on campus in our city and in our country. As we approach a federal election, many of you will be voting, perhaps for the first time, and your voice will be heard and make an impact on a national level. With our new logo, developed after productive conversations with the extended University of Manitoba family, we've done our best to represent these notions. The flame of reconciliation lights the foundation. The bison resolutely carves a personal path, wending always upward, and the sky reflects color and brightness, open to difference, open to variety and inspiration. Open. Through you, that logo, these ideals come to life. One glorious example of how far we can reach took place just last week when one of your fellow alumni, astrophysicist Jim Peebles, was named as the 2019 recipient of the Nobel Prize in Physics. We hope you've all felt inspired to express your voice here at the University of Manitoba. You've worked hard since your first day on campus. Through determination and perseverance, you've accomplished much. So I say congratulations. We're here to recognize how far you've journeyed and to celebrate your success. Today you join our alumni family. As you make your way in the world, remain in touch with your roots, and at the same time discover new places, new people, new ways of seeing and appreciating the world. At the university, we're always here to listen if you care to share. Be bold as you move forward into the next exciting chapter of your life. May you find your voice and let the whole world hear it. Now, this is an interesting blend of two different purposes. We're here formally to recognize the students who are graduating, and you'll know that we don't always dress in these robes. The robes represent the formality and the uniqueness of this event. But at the same time, this is a family event, and we want you to feel, as family members, fully engaged in it. Families come here with different expectations about how they might be engaged. Some of you are comfortable with applause when people are recognized. Let's see if that works, all of us. There may be some in the room that are also comfortable with a slightly elevated sense of energy around recognizing what someone has done. Are there any people here who feel that way? So we welcome both forms. I'll just remind you that the amount of time that each graduate is on the platform and is the focus of our attention is quite brief. So if you lean towards the second pattern, try to contain yourselves. And now we're on to the show.
I'm Dr. Andrea Sharon. I'm Director of the Center for Security Studies here at the University of Manitoba, and I am honored to be reading this citation today. The highest distinction the Senate of a university can confer upon an individual is an honorary doctorate. At the University of Manitoba, the criteria include distinguished achievement in scholarships, the arts, or public service. Our honorary graduate this afternoon is Rear Admiral Craig Baines. Now you might wonder what a judo champion with an English degree was doing foiling pirates off the east coast of Africa in 2009. Craig Baines grew up in Saskatchewan, far from the sea, let alone Africa. He did not pursue sailing or yachting. Rather, he excelled in judo, winning silver at the Canadian National Juniors. He studied English at the University of Manitoba, graduating in 1988 with a Bachelor of Arts. His father was recruiting young men like him for the Air Force, but for his less than perfect eyesight, he would have signed up. Instead, Rear Admiral Baines joined the Navy. Fast forward 21 years. In April 2009, the HMCS Winnipeg warship was escorting commercial freighters in the Arabian Sea as part of a NATO mission to protect ships in one of the world's busiest and most dangerous shipping routes. Rear Admiral Baines was commander, overseeing a crew of 240 men and women. Detecting what appeared to be pirates hijacking an Indian merchant vessel, he sent his ship's Sea King helicopter to deter and repel them. Repeatedly, his ship helped protect valuable shipments of food, oil, and supplies from roving Somali pirates. Rear Admiral Baines and his crew also provided vital aid to refugees on their way to Yemen. His efficient and effective actions in the Gulf of Aden over 2 years earned him the prestigious Meritorious Service Cross from Canada's Governor-General. Today, Rear Admiral Baines holds one of the top military positions in Atlantic Canada. As Commander Maritime Forces Atlantic and Commander of Joint Task Force Atlantic, he leads all Navy operations in the Atlantic and Arctic Oceans. Throughout his 30-year career, he has defended our nation's interests and inspired a generation of Navy officers to serve Canada with integrity. The University of Manitoba celebrates Rear Admiral Baines as a role model for the military and for all who love this country. And may I add, bravo Zulu. Madam Chancellor, it is an honor for me to ask, on behalf of the Senate of the University of Manitoba, that you confer upon Rear Admiral Craig Baines the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining.
Madam Chancellor, Mr. President, faculty, students, honored guests, I can't promise I'll be brief, but I will be short. It is without a doubt an honor for me to be here today. I did not get to attend my graduation in 1988, as I'd already headed out to the West Coast to begin my Navy training. So this is doubly special for me to be here this afternoon to receive this honor. Perhaps even more so for my mother, who registered me for university and never actually got to see me graduate. I think she has been vaguely suspicious of my degree ever since then. I'd like to thank my family for being here today, my wife and children who have put up with prolonged absences and multiple moves, my father who inspired me to join the military, my mother who understood the value of education, and my brother and sister who always kept me grounded. It is humbling to address a class such as yours. You are already so accomplished. You have proven yourselves to be hardworking, determined people who have both the fortitude and commitment necessary to finish a rigorous program of studies. So what should I tell you about the world that awaits? Much of it you already know or will have already divined for yourself during your journey to be where you are today. So then, what are a few thoughts that I can leave with you? I would start by saying that what awaits you is anything but straightforward. First, you will probably not end up where you expect. If someone had told me upon graduation that I would end up captain of a warship fighting pirates on the far side of the world, I would have asked them to confirm what century we're living in. Life will not turn out as you expect. Second, I would encourage you to use the full spectrum of your personality to meet the challenges and opportunities that are before you. You are not one thing, and your identity does not have to be fixed and immutable as you travel your path. This path will not be linear. Sometimes you will move quickly, and sometimes you will move slowly. Sometimes you'll be challenged to your limits, and you will succeed, and other times you may be found wanting. The difference in these situations will potentially be razor thin. Embrace these experiences with courage and the certain knowledge that no singular event will define you, and that succeed or fail, there is joy to be found in the fight. Third, how you measure success will and should change over time as the circumstances of your life change. My only advice here is to echo the words of a former Chief of Defense Staff, General Walter Natinchuk, who said, "Declare success early. It makes life so much more satisfying and interesting." I remember someone challenging the general on this advice when he said, "Well, General, that's easy for you to say. You're a 4-star general and at the top of your profession." General Natinchuk laughed and said, "Yes, that is true, but I declared success early when I was a major 20 years ago, and look where it led me." The general's broader point was that the enthusiasm and enjoyment for what he did along the way was actually as important, if not more so, than wherever he ended up. I'd also like to share with you a few other things that I've learned along the way from some remarkable people. First, I want to tell you about my judo instructor when I was here at the University of Manitoba. He was a mild-mannered school teacher by day and a 6th-degree black belt by night. His name was Mo Oi, and he was someone whom I respected and admired. He had absolute authority over us as our sensei, our teacher, but he wielded his knowledge and power so gracefully that he only needed a look to captivate our attention. I marveled that somebody so quiet could do this so easily and effectively. Judo, when translated, means the gentle way. These were not empty words for him. Mr. Oi lived by a code, and these words and the philosophy behind them mattered. He taught me the importance of mastering something by intense practice and a never-give-up attitude. But he also taught me that it didn't matter how well I did at something, there was always room for improvement. If I truly wanted to refine my technique and master something. When I lost an important match, he was relentlessly positive, yet grueling in ensuring that I understood why I lost and what I could do better the next time to be successful. He was never angry or upset in these situations. In fact, he seemed to revel in the learning opportunity, that it was in fact a gift that I had lost. I did not immediately share his enthusiasm with this approach. It was only later, as I in turn became an instructor, that I truly understood what he'd been trying to teach me. If you really want to be good at something, you have to open yourself up to criticism and self-improvement, to the idea that you might not have it totally worked out. The ability to be self-critical and accepting of tough love from others can then become a formidable power in dealing with the complexities of modern life. Second, I want to tell you about one of my first captains that I had, Commander Rick Town. Born in Winnipeg, Rick was also a graduate of the University of Manitoba in the early 1970s, and I was his navigator as he took his destroyer, HMCS Annapolis, to sea for the first time. He was very excited to be going out to sea, and I was very nervous as we had a difficult departure from the jetty with lots of wind pushing us onto the pier and not a lot of room to maneuver. As the departure unfolded, everything started to go wrong. The anchor seemed caught on the bottom, and before we knew it, one of the tugs that was assisting in our departure became trapped between the ship and the jetty. After a few harrowing minutes, the captain was able to get the ship away from the pier and off the tug. The tug had been visibly damaged, and I felt sick to my stomach. My first departure as a navigator had been a disaster. As we headed out of harbor, Captain Town invited me down to his cabin. Fantastic, I thought. My first day at sea as a navigator, and I'm going to get fired. Or, at the very least, a severe dressing down. To my shock and amazement, the captain sat down and smiled and said, "Well, that was an exciting departure. I want you to know that what happened was totally my fault. The conditions were tough, and I underestimated how long it would take to get the anchor up. There was nothing you could have done to get us out of that. The important thing is that we do better next time." This was a lesson about command and being a leader that stuck with me for my entire career. There is no substitute for inspiring people, generating respect and admiration, than a leader that accepts responsibility, holds themselves to account, and then seeks to learn from that experience. Finally, I want to tell you about a family that I met in Guayaquil, Ecuador. While walking about with a friend, we were entranced by the beauty of a cemetery of all things. There were hundreds of white mausoleums of incredible size and beauty, and we were snapping pictures and about to enter the cemetery when we were stopped by a very obviously poor family. They were clearly not doing well, but they made every effort to let us know that it would be very unsafe to enter the cemetery. I was struck by this family more than I can possibly convey to you. They refused money when we offered, and instead smiled and waved and wished us a safe journey. I have often reflected on this experience, this random act of kindness in a country far from my home by people that through geography and circumstance did not have anywhere near the same opportunities that I had. I strongly believe that we owe it to those in the world less fortunate than ourselves, whether through circumstance or geography, to maximize the opportunity potential that is ours here in Canada. I can tell you without reservation that we live in a society and a country that is not perfect, but it very well might be the best in the world, with values and principles worth defending. We need to deeply appreciate that we must own this opportunity and not waste what others can only dream of. This is our debt of opportunity. You have already done extremely well in this regard in graduating with your degrees here today. You have taken advantage of this great university and have made tremendous headway as you continue to step out into a world that needs you. I commend and applaud you for the work that you have already accomplished and the work that you will lean into in the future. You already know and appreciate that the hopes of humanity have always rested with the youth of their generation. But a great part of the youth in the world today will not have the opportunities that we have here today. Extend this opportunity that you have taken advantage of and head out into the world and do great things. Your journey won't be what you expect, but it will be yours. Have fun along the way, and remember, declare success early. Thank you.
All right, hello everyone. I'm Carl Newman. I'm president of the University of Manitoba Graduate Students Association, and I'm honored to be reading this citation today, presenting the UMGSA's Graduate Teaching Award to Dr. Karen Dow. When Dr. Karen Dow looks out from her place at the front of a classroom, she does not see a sea of faces, not even a group of people. She sees individuals. Dr. Dow possesses a remarkable ability to understand what each student needs to succeed. It has made this University of Manitoba alumna a respected and revered teacher among our university's graduate students. Students are not empty vessels waiting to be filled with knowledge. They have unique styles, experiences, and approaches to learning, and Dr. Dow seeks to meet them at whatever threshold they are on, drawing the best out of each and every student. Her coursework is comprehensive, well-organized, and accessible. She gives careful consideration to pedagogy by tailoring her lectures to accommodate multiple learning styles and effectively bridging the gap between students who are well-versed in course content and those new to concepts. Dr. Dow readily encourages all her students, but especially the underrepresented, to push their limits and share their voice. She challenges them to think critically, ask the tough questions, and is an advocate for students who showcase their work at competitions and conferences outside of campus. As universities have become more aware of the toll personal and professional pressures have on students, Dr. Dow has distinguished herself as a leader in creating supportive communities. She recently completed a mental health first aid training course and also serves on the U of M's Faculty Sexual Violence Prevention Working Group. During her 5 years at the U of M, she has embraced her position as a senior academic in a male-dominated profession and has shown herself to be a natural and enthusiastic role model. Dr. Dow has also been a mentor through many outreach initiatives, including the University of Manitoba's Girls in Science Day, Make Your Move, celebrating girls and women in engineering, and the Committee for Increasing Participation of Women in Engineering Mentorship Program. The University of Manitoba and the UMGSA are both very proud to recognize Dr. Karen Dow with the UMGSA's Teaching Award.
We now turn our attention to the academic achievements of our graduating students. Before proceeding with the conferral of degrees, we'd like to recognize the student who has achieved the highest standing of their class. The Governor-General's Silver Medal goes to Nadej Pulgar-Vidal. Nadej is the recipient of the Governor-General's Silver Medal, which is awarded to a student with the highest academic achievement in coursework completed for any undergraduate degree of at least 4 years in length. She grew up in Winnipeg's St. Vital neighborhood and graduates today with a Bachelor of Science. Upon arriving at the University of Manitoba, she couldn't decide between studying genetics or computer science. It was a first-year computer course that ignited something in her, and she hasn't looked back. Since then, the 4-time President's Scholar has excelled in and out of the classroom. In 2016, she won the NSERC Undergraduate Student Research Award. Shortly after, she co-authored a paper which combined her passion for computer science and genetics. The paper reported on a modification to a powerful software tool that helps researchers understand the workings of specific genes. She also enriched herself and our community by volunteering and joining student teams and organizations, such as the Women in Computer Science Student Group. She also participated in hackathons, Girls Go Code Day, Science Rendezvous, and found time to mentor younger students. Esteemed guests, the recipient of the Governor-General's Silver Medal, Nadej Pulgar-Vidal. A complete list of the recipients of medals and prizes is shown in your program at commencing page 115. It's now time for Chancellor Anne Mann to address Convocation.
Good afternoon. Bonjour, bonjour, tanshi, tansei. Today is a special day, and it is an honor for me to celebrate your academic and personal achievements with you and to offer some brief remarks. Muriel Rukeyser, an American poet and activist, said, "The universe is made of stories, not of atoms." I'm sure there are a few scientists here today who would argue this. But if we look at the realm of human endeavor rather than at the physical universe, we do see a world made up of stories. I guarantee that here today are many truly amazing stories which belong to you, and chances are not many people know them. Stories of finding great inner strength and resilience, ones in which you've accomplished something you did not think you could, facing obstacles such as separation from family or loved ones, working multiple jobs, or raising a family while going to school, perhaps facing health challenges or even discrimination. I have a few questions for your consideration. What was your biggest challenge at university? What are you most proud of from your time here? Who has been your greatest supporter? We honor those personal accomplishments and are proud of you for everything you've achieved while here at the University of Manitoba. Our stories make us who we are. I challenge you to be vulnerable and share the truths of your life, and as well, if offered someone else's story, to really listen. Today, we're celebrating you. There are many kinds of excellence. We honor the academic excellence of winners of medals and prizes, and we honor the outstanding achievements of our honorary degree recipient. But I also want to take a moment to honor the possibly hidden excellence in each of you. The choreographer and dancer Martha Graham said, There is a life force, an energy that is translated through you into action, because there is only one you in all time. This expression is unique. If you block it, it will never exist through another medium. The world will not have it. It is not your business to determine how good it is, nor how valuable, nor how it compares with other expressions. It is your business to keep it yours clearly and directly, and to keep the channel open. What is unique about you that is yours to share with the world? How will you do that? That question might take some years to realize. I know it has for me. So celebrate today. It's the beginning of the next chapter of your life. Remember, the U of M is your home, a place to return to, a place that presented you with the opportunity and privilege of your higher education. Congratulations. Félicitations. Mamuth Takusawin. Gegi Minojigem. I wish you each the very best.
Madam Chancellor, I now have the honor to request on behalf of the University Senate that you confer upon the candidates the degrees and diplomas earned by them, as these shall later be announced. Will those who are to receive degrees and diplomas please rise?
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the degrees and diplomas to which you are severally entitled, with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. I also admit, in absentia, those who have completed the requirements for these degrees and diplomas, but who are not today able to be present.
Congratulations, you are now graduates of the University of Manitoba and may move those tassels from right to left. I would ask that those of you in the front row please remain standing. Everyone else may sit. Madam Chancellor, may I present the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, with Acting Dean Louise Simard of the Faculty of Graduate Studies presenting the parchments, and Provost and Vice President Academic Janice Ristock hooding the graduates. Andrew Ronson. Jamie Lynn Clark. Mohammed Monirujaman. Sean Robert Asselin. Grant Andrew Rutherford. Charles Goss. Rhoda Ansah Quagrain. Elnaz Afsharipur. Jiaqing Liu. Pedram Mojabi. Yu Zhou. Benga Asala. Shariar Bagheri. Malik Arjuna Hegada Devanapura Tamaya. Ali Nematolai. Amin Yousefi. Robert Louis Bertrand. Eric Norman Tony Cuthbert. Temilolu Olukayode Edowu. Volodymyr Zubak. Amir Hussein Memar. Rogai Ibrahim Nataj. Xiaohong Zhang. Paul Arthur Hyde. Weijia Zhang. Now, Madam Chancellor, we move on to the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Master of Science, Agricultural and Food Sciences majors. Dean Martin Scanlon of the Faculty of Agricultural and Food Sciences will hood the graduates. Natalia Arman. Shantanu Debarman. Olusola Israel Oladezu. Vidura Punpia Senaratne. Jigang Tan. Lina Marcela Diaz Contreras. Kenton Connor McCorkadale Bauer. Joseph Peter Tonen. Afroza Ferduze. Olayinka Funmelayo Adamolekun. Tony Aaron Britton. And now, Madam Chancellor, the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Master of Architecture. Dean Jonathan Beddoes of the Faculty of Architecture, hooding the graduates. Madison Ray Barker. Mojtaba Gofrani. Sayeda Faiza Hassan. Ivan Dario Katz. Amanda Tuiai Nguyen. Abel Omeza. Joseph Robert John Paul Marine. Kevin Andrew Partika. Elia Saadat. Nassim Sadeghi Nejad. Caitlin Druan Schutz. Claire Elise Spearman. Chelsea Donna Tacky. George Cadillac Vincent. Jessica Quinn Westervelt. Lucia Meng Yang. Zachary Donald Zolondek. And now, Madam Chancellor, the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Master of City Planning. Crystal Jade Bergen. Kalika Hoogstraten. Brianne Lynn Jack. And now on to the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Master of Interior Design. Tamara Barber. Kara Boboski. Sahar Zareh. And now, Madam Chancellor, may I present the candidate whom you have admitted to the degree of Master of Landscape Architecture. Yichi Yang. Now, Madam Chancellor, may I present the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Master of Science Engineering majors with Dean Jonathan Beddoes of the Faculty of Engineering, Hooding. Alit King Anongput. Erfan Hajibande. Ali Mohammad Zadeh. Scott Pokorny. Mariam Sali. Ammar Al-Jamal. Gary Bisjak. Abhishek Ghosh. Indula Prasad Aberatne Hunohenegedara. Mohammed Iftekharul Islam. Hang Lee. Sinbo Lee. Samira Mohammad Zamani. Zore Sedagati. James Tololope Adu. Chidinma Joy Anyanwu. Kaisar Ahmed Buyan. Oluwasanmi Oguntuaze. Hassan Boluwatife Olelaja. Xin Wang. And now, Mr. Chancellor, Madam Chancellor, may I present the candidate whom you have admitted to the degree of Master of Arts with majors in Environment, Earth, and Resources. Dean Norman Halden of the Riddell Faculty of Environment, Earth, and Resources will hood the graduate. Jeanette Roxanne Civelet. And now, Madam Chancellor, on to the candidates whom we've admitted to the degree of Master of Natural Resources Management. Justine Gabrielle Backer. Linnea Amory Parker. Regina Sobowale. And now, Madam Chancellor, the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Master of Science with majors in Environment, Earth, and Resources. Madison Lee Harrison. Wilhelmina Asiene. Song Gao. Now, Madam Chancellor, the candidates whom have admitted to the degree of Master of Science. These are science majors with Associate Dean Terry DeKeevet of the Faculty of Science, hooding the graduates. Demi Katrina Gagnon. Aben Keriab Gabir. Saumaya Rajinye Jayasundara. Shublin Kaur Sidhu. Kevin Mark Strosky. Seth Yaira Fiawu. Mac Kolibabi. Sayed Shahebuddin Nabavi. Har Amrit Pal Singh Panisar. Mitul Kumar Patel. Niroda Mihirani Epasingege Dona. Pramoda Sachintana Jayasinghe. Bowei Yang. And now, Madam Chancellor, the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agribusiness. Dean Martin Scanlon of the Faculty of Agricultural and Food Sciences presenting the parchments. Tianyumung Gao. Mayan Tran. Kwok Chu Tom Lee. Boma Queeneth Encrease. Boming Wan. And now, Madam Chancellor, may I present the candidate whom we have admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science in Food Science. Christian Sean Davies. And now, Madam Chancellor, the candidate whom you've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science in Human Nutritional Sciences, Maxine Angel Aktemachuk. Nicole Kesselman. Joanna Marie Mazer. Haley Erin Rabb. And now, Madam Chancellor, the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Environmental Design. Again, Dean Jonathan Beddoes of the Faculty of Architecture presenting the parchments. Vincent Matthew Marante. Grant Cruz Patriarca. Bachelor of Science in Engineering, Daniel Harry Funk. Bachelor of Science in Computer, Jajun Bao. Hongru Lee. Mark Ildemir Payawal. Diksha Randev. Now the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Engineering Electrical. Syed Waqar Mohammed Ali. Moazam Faisal. Ting Fei Men. And now, the candidate whom you've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science in Engineering, Electrical, Mechanical. Afzal Habib. David Luby. And now, Madam Chancellor, on to the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of post-baccalaureate diploma in engineering. Raymond Baliwas. Ramon Anthony de Guzman. Abtamu Mulatye Getachew. Mokhtar Haddadi. Dino Varghese Mavili. Harjit Kaur Sandhu. Surjit Singh Soni. Arnold Gaspar Teodoro. Yu Zhou. And now, Madam Chancellor, may I present the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Geography Advanced with Dean Norman Halden of the Riddell Faculty of Environment, Earth and Resources, presenting the parchments. Matthew Demaka. Uchindami Akim Simwaka. Now, Madam Chancellor, the candidates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Geography. Mackenzie Booker. Luke Brandon Kokok. And now, Madam Chancellor, the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Environmental Science major. Anska Rampersad. Stephen Young. Tricia May Soupnet Johnson. Badel Lange. Harris Manzoor. Sahid Olabusiyi Olundojoyi. Samuel Wheeler Smith. Chen Sun. Christopher Brett Tallman. And now, Madam Chancellor, the candidate whom you have admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Environmental Studies Major. Alexa Borton. Patricia Chinjirai Tanyaradzwa Unda. Arshpreet Kaur. Gurpreet Singh. Hallie Nicole Stasiuk. Heather Marie Webb. Shanwei Chong. Now, Madam Chancellor, the candidate whom you admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Geological Science honors. John Franklin Barber. And now the candidate whom you've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Geological Sciences, Major. Ian Matthew Stamp. Now, Madam Chancellor, we move on to the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Computer Science honors, with Associate Dean Terry DeKeevit of the Faculty of Science presenting the parchments. Abdul Malik Yusuf. And now, Madam Chancellor, the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Computer Science honors. Huizi Hao. Kenton Adam McLeod. Alexander Michael Mark. Kyle John Morris. Nadej Christine Pulgar-Vidal. Xin Yang. Now, Madam Chancellor, the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science honors. Ronald Kaitai Mak. Craig McRae. Nolan Charles Novotny. Danzel Marie Ramirez. Syed Huzaifa Wasti. Shuya Ji. Now, Madam Chancellor, the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science, Major. Paulina Abramov. Brittany Valdine Patricia Adam. Artem Anosov. Sarah Danielle Bonner-Prue. Jordan David Brown. Paul Angelo Colma. Jasmine Cambo. Elijah Capilar. Shenyang Chen. Marina Costa Fujishima. Janyu Gui. Shelby Deborah Davidson. Gotham Rao Danapuneni. Yuyi Ding. Megan Erica Esguera. Janessa Ashlyn Frickus. Emily Alice Garcia. Karndeep Gosal. Urvashi Gupta. Sarah Marjorie Hinitka. Mien Ebi Victory Ia Correa. Peter Albert Johnson. Harmanjit Kaur Kensure. Audrey Lam. Jansen Malone Lazaro. Wok Lee. Daniel Pierre Leclerc. Somtochokwu Arinze Mba. Nicole Page McKenzie. Kyle Muki. Rodney Kikanye Enkris. Michaela Tara Nash. Siyu Pan. Argia Prasad Paul. Liam Thomas John Pimlott. Vignesh Revanan Chandrasekhar. Vanessa Rodriguez. Clarice Aina Pehi Romera. Jasmine Sona. Rachel Leah Sklanders. Max Nikolai Swatek. Janine Estanque Timtiman. Patricia Leanne Uy. Dabe Wisdom Taboada Villaflor. Ray Angelou Villanueva. Tai Duong Vu. Kelsey Nicole Weshniewski. Stuart Nolan Lee Wilcox. And finally, Madam Chancellor, the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science. Ibifuro Sonia Belgam. Hannah Maureen Ellen Boyko. Shane Clarice San Jose Calpe. Mason Jared Dick. Azmayet Belay Agos. Xin Huang. Nicholas Eric Liam Crush. Melissa Ann Molshano. Da Mu. Chidera Ogueri. Opeolua Oluwatobi Ogunyemi. Vivian Oluchi Onyujekwe. Vanessa Hua. Kunal Sharma. Mikhail Sweet. Paul Robert Chaden McClement. Eric Emmanuel Chua Vitu. Hua Xian. And finally, Yuxuan Yang.
Good afternoon, Chancellor Mann, President Barnard, Rear Admiral Baines, guests and graduates. Congratulations! Today, you turn the page and begin a new chapter in your lives. My name is Dawn Neto-Masick, and I'm the past chair of the University of Manitoba Alumni Association and a proud graduate of the Faculty of Engineering. This not only marks a culmination of your effort and dedication towards your studies, but the next phase of what we hope will be a lifelong relationship with the University of Manitoba. Our alumni are the university's greatest strength. Worldwide, our alumni are ambassadors, advocates, and thought leaders. As you set out on your path, a path of discovery and innovation, I hope each of you find inspiration from the University of Manitoba alumni who have come before you. They include Dr. David Barber, whose research studies the impacts of climate change on our most vulnerable ecosystems, software engineer Dr. Vincent Chung, who develops prototypes of artificial intelligence for Facebook, and, as you've heard just now, acclaimed cosmetologist Dr. James Peebles, who recently won the 2019 Nobel Prize in Physics. Today, you join these individuals and 145,000 other alumni living in 140 countries. This great community, which proudly supported you as students, through mentorship and through philanthropy, is proud to support you today as graduates. The Alumni Association can help connect you with alumni who will extend their hand to you as mentor, advisor, coach, and friend. Stay connected. Contact the University of Manitoba's Alumni Relations Office. Return to campus often. Attend homecoming. Participate in your reunion events. We are a community that is here to support and celebrate your success. From here, you can go anywhere. And we are proud to have you as part of the alumni family. Congratulations.
This brings our proceeding this afternoon to a close. I would ask you please to remain in your seats until the academic procession has left the hall, and then come and celebrate with friends and family members at a reception in the Max Bell Fieldhouse. Congratulations to all of you who've graduated, and thank you to all who have contributed by being here this afternoon. I now adjourn the 52nd Annual Fall Convocation until tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m.